I'm going to be doing an add-on, if no one objects.
No, of course.
I don't object.
Add on for as much as you like. Up to 500,000.
Action folds around to Doyle Brunson. Suited connectors raises to 2,800.
Doyle all of a sudden coming to life. Maybe trying to get a little hot streak going.
Phil lock folds. Haven't heard much from Tony G so far.
I call.
Makes the call.
Tony G's had good luck with that hand in this game. On Monday night, he flopped trip jacks and raked in almost 200,000.
Ace-9 offsuit for the newly reformed Phil Hellmuth.
Phil thinking about making a move here.
I raised the pot.
12,600.
A raise to 12,600. The loose cannon.
6, right?
Ooh, pair of Cowboys.
If there's ever a time to re-raise, this is it.
12-6.
Yep.
Call.
But just a call.
We have some cannon action over here.
Ernest just called 12,000 cold. Should be sending smoke signals into the sky.
Oh, started something.
He may be trying to set a trap by just calling, but by not re-raising, Ernest giving Doyle and Tony both better odds to call behind him.
But you can see Doyle's stack just 50 grand right now.
He's looking at 20% of his stack to call.
Well, no, Tony's going to call it, so I might as well too.
Yeah. I love these big pots.
It's a very loose call from Doyle.
Tony calls.
Wow, what a sick hand this is. 4 ways.
I'm not even going anyway next pot, so it's like a free roll for me.
It's the danger of smooth calling with kings. Ernest has let 3 other players into this pot.
The flop 9-10-9 trip 9s for Hellmuth.
Phil has flopped the Hellmuth out of it. Our loose cannon Ernest is in big trouble if he can't get away from this. And honestly, Chris, I don't see how he'll be able to.
Tony G is checked on over to Phil Hellmuth.
That flop looks like you, doesn't it?
No, Phil, I look like me.
Ernest very confident.
17,000.
Phil bets 17,000.
If you look like me, why you bet so much?
Ernest is actually asking the right question, but isn't looking for an answer.
Wow.
All he can see are those 2 kings.
$36,000.
I love you, Ernest. I'll try it again. Well, I just can't.
Doyle folds.
I was going to raise. I'm so sick.
Tony G's out.
Wow. This is almost certainly disaster for our loose cannon.
200,000.
What are you going to do if I move in? You going to call?
Phil, of course I have no choice but to, my brother.
You got aces or kings or something or what?
Man, if I had aces or kings, man, I'd be the man right now, wouldn't I?
This is why this show's so fun.
You're the best.
Boy, oh boy, I don't think I have a choice here. This is so sick. All right, I guess I'm all in.
I call. Kings.
I got 3 9s.
You gotta be kidding me. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah,
What were you slow rolling him for?
Yeah, man.
Maybe he had 10 slow. I mean, he was so happy. That was so unreal.
That was torture.
I didn't mean to slow roll. Hold on. How many times do you want to deal it?
Oh, hey, thanks for asking me.
3 times?
Yeah, huh?
3 times?
Yeah, run it 3.
3 times.
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, that'll
You
work.
might win one of those 3.
Gee whiz, man.
Wow, and you straddled and everything. That was perfect.
You made it so much before the flop with ace-9.
Our loose cannon has 1 foot out the door.
You want to deal it 4 times?
When you asked him, you're going to call if I go all in, and he said yes, what percentage of you didn't believe that he was given the straight dope there with that little bit left? Wasn't it like
a little bit left? He had
50,000
50,000 That's one of the worst slow rolls I've seen in forever. No, that's not.
When you know he's going to call because he says it.
You know, Phil Locke, why don't you just stay out of it? Why don't you stay out of it?
Because I'm right here.
Because you've been so far out of line to me, and every time we've played, and I'm just sick of it. So why don't you just mind your business?
12,600.
But he's right. It was a pretty sick slow roll.
I'm sorry, because I haven't done anything like that in my whole life.
Were you folding? I can't get away from this. The whole speech. The guy's already in.
He's already got 80% of
Doyle decide.
Doyle, you're the.
He had 50,000 more. Did he have 50,000 more? You want to? I'll bet he had at least 40,000 more. You want to bet? 36,000. I'll bet he had 40 more before you count and look.
74, 74, 300.
How can you ever have that beat? You want to deal it 4 times or what?
4 times?
Yeah, it gives you a better chance to win.
Damn sure do. Cool. Run them out, baby.
All right, 4 times.
4 times, need 2 kings. Wow, that's about 50.
Spade, queen, jack.
Hey, run a jack.
Spade.
Hey, run a runner.
So we'll see the turn and river 4 times with each pot worth a shade under 50 grand. Run number 1. A jack of hearts.
Queen. Yeah, queen, king.
The river, an ace of diamonds. Round 1 goes to Hellmuth.
Phil Hellmuth is filled up and made a full house. He's locked up at least 25% of this pot.
Run 2. The turn, a king.
There we go. Full house. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Get me down.
If you're in it twice, you got money back.
Damn. Oh, damn, I said 4 times, though. Damn, didn't I? Holy snap. I got to stand back up now. I thought it was only twice. Come on.
The river's a 3.
15% dog. Ernest has won the second pot.
So that's cool. I'm feeling good right now. Well,
You're still alive. You're still alive.
Our loose cannon will stick around. Round 3, a 7 of spades.
Everybody's rooting for a spade.
He can now hit a king or a spade to win this run.
The river, it is a spade.
Hey, up to 1. That's the loose cannon. He's up 2 to 1.
Why did you go for 4 times? You win for...
Hey, man, I'm just thinking of more house, man.
Oh, this is like slow roll. One more time. One more time. Put a king ball out there.
Ernest Wiggins has now won half the pot.
This is the thing right here. This is it right here, man. This is like the action right here. Right?
Hellmuth loves it. Yeah, I really like it.
Come on, one more. King. One more king.
The final run.
Ernest's odds continue to get worse and worse, but Phil looks sick anyway.
A queen on the turn.
Jack. There's a jack.
You want a jack.
That would be king. King or a jack, one time. There's what, 3 jacks left?
Right now.
The final river card. It's a king.
That's real. He hit 3 out of 4. He hit 3 out of 4. That's with the worst hand. Why is everyone so happy except Phil? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Huh?
Oh, yeah. That'll work, yeah.
If you do it once, you lose a whole lot. And every time you did it an extra time, you won a higher percentage of the pot. If you did it twice, 50%.
Phil deserved that. Doing that with ace-9.
Tony, can you please shut up?
The bike's coming.
He's having fun.
I mean, come on, man. You just want to rub salt in my wound every time? Show some class. Show some class.
But the hand. You're a professional. You're not meant to play like that.
I thought he might have 10s full. That's the way I think, okay?
No,
now, you want to make fun of me?
You're
That's fine.
Ace-9,
You want to make fun of me? That's fine.
That's worse than King Jack.
When you got so excited, I thought maybe you flopped 10s full. That's all. So, I mean, these people, they
Would
don't...
have been better off.
These people, he's got it.
We got a day in. We're part of they again.
We're in the van.
Ask Doyle. Ask Doyle. I mean, this is the way I play poker, so...
This is not a good move. You know I'm calling you with ace. What are you doing? You're putting 12% of your chips in.
I put in 74,000 like a 7 to 1 favorite. What do you want?
Daniel loves that.
That was so funny. Jeez.
You got quartered.
You get all that pretty money, buddy.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
Now you're back in the black.
There we go. Thank you, babe.
So for the first time all night, E-Dub has some money in his pocket. Now, can he keep it? And can this guy keep his cool? We'll find out next.
Gotta be kidding me. Come on.
Welcome back to the big game, where we've just witnessed one of the most miraculous hands in poker television history. Ernest Wiggins just pulled a rabbit out of his hat.
All right, I guess I'm all in.
I call. Kings.
I got 3 9s. You want to deal it 4 times or what?
Cool. Run him out, baby.
And beat nearly insurmountable odds by winning not once,
There we go.
not twice,
All right.
but 3 times. And E-Dub remains in the game at the expense of Phil Hellmuth. Our loose cannon has turned a profit for the first time. Remember, he gets to keep anything he wins over 100 grand.
Phil Hellmuth says if it weren't for luck, he'd win every time. Well, luck is still a factor here. He's down 20 grand.
And one other clerical note, Tony G has dipped into his pocket for another 200K. Action starting on Doyle, who folds.
As like what? He's like, what are the odds of that, Phil Locke? You should know.
I think it was like 1%.
To win 3 out of 4 when he's that big a dog.
I bet it's less than 1%.
It feels like under 3%, but I have no idea.
1 or 2%, right? Less than 1%.
Gotta be less than 1%, right?
It's sick.
Our stats guys crunch the numbers. It's actually 0.18%.
That's 1 out of 549 times. Ernest would win 3 out of 4 times.
I got a call because of that, man.
Ernest has called Tony G's raise. Daniel's excited to be part of the pot now.
If you all check, I'll bet blind.
The flop, 8-7 queen.
Daniel's paired his eights.
Ernest checks, Daniel checks, Tony checks.
Predictable, you know?
Yeah, you just bet all the time.
7 of spades on the turn.
Number 7.
7 from heaven.
7 spades. Okay. I'll check.
Ernest checks. Daniel bets 3,500.
Tony 7 from heaven is giving him a straight flush draw.
He raises to 10,000. Ernest folds.
Okay.
This is actually a sick laydown, but I think you have it.
I do. Ooh, can I see the river? This is big.
Big draw?
Straight flush draw.
Oh, I had an 8.